Hello students, I am your English mentor and today I have come up with a very interesting poetry and it's called Cookies for Santa. Herein you are going to understand a very good lesson after we are done with this poetry. So let's begin. So before we start off, can you name few things that you do not like to share with your siblings or friends? Also give reason why you do not like to share them. Is there anything that you like exclusively for yourself and you do not even like sharing it with anyone? So, if there is anything of this sort, then do let me know. Now, let's begin. So, now read a poem about a boy who baked a dozen cookies for Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Now this is a boy who baked cookies for Santa on Christmas Eve. So what happened to those cookies? Now we'll see together. So I baked a dozen cookies. So the boy baked 12 cookies. A dozen means the quantity of 12. And then I put them on a plate and I set them out for Santa Claus except for one I ate. So, this boy who made 12 cookies, who baked 12 cookies, put all of them on the plate except for the one that he ate. So, he has kept 11 cookies on the plate for the Santa Claus so that he can enjoy it, but he ate one cookie out of those 12. So, how many are left now? 11. And then that cookie was amazing and I couldn't quite resist. So I ate another one that I was sure would not be missed. So when he ate that one cookie, he realized that it was amazingly good. So he loved the taste of it and he couldn't resist. This means he could not stop himself. So he ended up eating one more piece of cookie. And then I knew it wouldn't matter if I only ate one more. Then I gobbled up another one. Why not? That's only four. So he thought that what difference will it make? Will the Santa be able to eat so many cookies? So what if I eat one more cookie? So after that, he just gobbled up. This means he ate up one more and now in total he has already eaten 4 cookies. So how many cookies did he bake? 12. And how many is he left with? 8. Why? Because he ate 4 cookies. Now there are only 8 cookies left on the plate. And as you can see, he had already eaten up all the others very quickly, thinking that the Santa will not have it. After that, I accidentally dropped another couple on the ground. I knew Santa wouldn't want them, so I swiftly scuffed them down. So what happened was, while he was carrying the plate, one couple, which is 2 more cookies, also fell from the plate. So he thought that Santa would not like to eat the cookies which had fallen on the floor. So he picked up those cookies and ate it himself. Now the words accidentally is mistakenly. He mistakenly dropped 2 more cookies. So he didn't think that Santa would want it. So he himself picked it up and scarfed them down. Scarfed is to eat them down himself. Now how many cookies do you think he has eaten already? He has eaten 6 cookies. So another couple disappeared. I may have eaten those. So after 6, he ate 2 more cookies and he thought that they just disappeared and maybe he was the one who ate those cookies. Though I couldn't say for certain, but I guess that's how it goes. So he thought that he is not sure, but maybe the person who cooks ends up eating most of it. And then I figured 4 was likely more than Santa Claus would need. So in the end, only 4 cookies were left. So he thought that 4 is too much for Santa Claus. He might not even eat so much. So I polished off another few with unexpected speed. So the boy ended up eating those also with very great speed. After that, before I knew what happened, all the damage had been done, and I realized I had accidentally eaten everyone. So, before the child could even realize what had happened, he understood that he has eaten all the 12 cookies and he was not able to resist. He was not able to stop himself from eating those cookies, and he ended up eating not one, not two, not even three, not even 10, but all the 12 cookies he ended up eating himself. So, I guess it's best since Santa sort of needs to watch his weight. Now, as you can see in the image, the Santa is not having anything on the plate, so the child thought that maybe he's weight conscious, and if he eats more cookies he will get fat. So fat is not good for his health. So when he visits us this Christmas, I sure hope he likes the plate. So he thought that whenever the Santa comes on the Christmas Eve, he loves the plate which is kept on the table, and maybe plate is his gift and not the cookies. So that is what the child thought. Now I'll tell you the sum and substance. The summary of this poetry was that there was a child who baked a dozen cookies, which is 12 cookies. So he started eating by one, but he ended up eating all 12 of them. And then he thought that the Santa might get fat after eating those, so he ate all of them himself. So the message or the lesson from this poetry that we can extract is that we should not be so greedy, and we should always leave a good amount of share respectfully for the other person to eat in order to respect them. And we should not always think about ourselves. Right, students? So make sure whenever you have any favorite thing to eat, then you keep certain share or amount of it for the other person so that they can also enjoy it. Because at any point of time when they have something good to eat, they might also leave a good share for you. Now moving on, let's see. We are supposed to attempt these MCQ questions, wherein for every one question, we will be given 3 options. And out of those 3 options, only one option is correct. So, will you help me identify what that one option is? Yes, let's start. So, the poet baked dash cookies, a dozen cookies. So, after dropping 2 cookies on the ground, the poet ate the ones that fell, put them back on the plate, or ate all the cookies. So, he ate the ones that fell. First of all, when the cookies fell down, he picked it up and ate it himself, which is a very wrong thing to do. After that, the poet decides that Santa doesn't like cookies, love cookies, doesn't need cookies. So he thought that the Santa doesn't need cookies. Why? Because he is getting overweight now. Now Santa got Dash for Christmas in the end. The gifts, the plate of cookies, and an empty plate. So the Santa got an empty plate for Christmas in the end. Now you are supposed to attempt these descriptive questions by yourself in the book because you have understood this poetry very well. Now moving on, we will see the word building exercise. Now add one rhyming word to each row. So we have been given a row of words and you are supposed to add one more word which rhymes with them. So plate, 8, the rhyming word could be gate. And then more, 4, it can be pour. Pour means to pour on something, to add on to something. And then those, goes, flows. After that, you need to attempt these last two parts so that you can also practice how we can rhyme words. After this, we have some more exercises. So, read these words from the poem. Disappeared, unexpected. By adding dis to appeared and un to expected, we have formed the opposite of these words. Now, in the word appeared, we found the opposite by adding the word dis. So, appeared means to show and disappeared means to not show. And then expected is when you expect something, when you want something to happen, and unexpected is when you do not have any hopes. So, we found the opposites just by adding the word dis and un. So now add dis or un to these words to make opposites. So these are the four pairs that we have, and we are supposed to add dis or un to each of these so that we can also completely form the opposite of these words. So first up we have honest and agree. So unhonest and unagree. Is it fine? No. So the right one is dis. It is going to be dishonest and disagree. He is a dishonest person and I disagree with you. After that, polished, realized. So, the words can be dispolished or disrealized. No, the words are unpolished and unrealized. After that, tidy, happy. Unhappy and untidy is the right pair. So we will add un here. And then unencouraged and unsatisfied. No, even that doesn't align. So we will write discouraged and dissatisfied. So the right clubbing would be of the word dis. And this is how we attempted this one particular question. Now moving on, we are going to attempt some grammar questions. Look at these words, boy, plate. The words in colored are singular nouns. We use a singular noun to name one person, one place, one thing or one animal. So we have singular nouns like boy, plate. This refers to one single thing. Now singular nouns are used for one place, one person, one animal or one thing. So we can use plural nouns when there is more than one. We use plural words when there is more than one. For example, boys is plural and then plates is also plural. Yes, so now we'll see that we add a s to a singular noun to make it a plural noun. Example, boy and boys, plate and plates, cookie and cookies. So this is how we found from one to plural, from singular to plural. And then we add es if the singular noun ends in s, x, z, ch, sh. For example, fox and foxes. If the word ends with the x or s or z or ch or sh, then we add es to them. And then for some nouns, if they end with y, then we add ies to them to make a plural form of it. So for example, the word stories. Stories, the last letter is y, and to make it plural, we remove y and add ies. So that is the right way of finding a plural word to it. Now, we are going to attempt this particular question, wherein we will change these singular nouns to plural nouns by adding s, es or ies. So let's start. The first word that we have is lion and the plural is lions. So we will write it as lions. Then we have babies. Since there was a y, we used ies. And then boxes. We used this rule. For toys, it is going to be simple. Dishes, it's going to be Dishes because sh have come. Trays is also going to be simple. After that, beach. So beach also ch. beaches. And then matches. So match is also like this only. matches. Buses. For buses, we again have es. And last we have fairies, fairies, because we changed y into ies. So this is how we used these rules and made singular to plural words by using the rules itself. Now, you are supposed to write a very short poem and then pronounce all of these words to understand and know how they are used in our daily life. Towards the end, we will learn some life skills and also some fun time activities. The life skill for today is that there are many children in the world who do not have what you have. With your parents' permission, gift wrap a few old but usable toys and buy some cookies, chocolate bars, and cakes and visit an orphanage in your city. So, students, do you know how fortunate, how lucky, how blessed you are with all the things that you have? So, whenever you have things that you can no longer use, you should always give it to someone who needs it a little more than you. So, with your parents' permission, gift wrap a few old things which can still be used but you don't want it personally and give it to the orphanage because they would really appreciate it. You can also get some toffees, chocolates, and cakes for them so they can also enjoy these little things in life. Now, with this, I'll bid you a goodbye and I hope to see you super soon with a happy face and a happy smile. Take care and bye bye.